YouTube and the Kick and the what's it called? The Twitch. I just found out about this all of these platforms yesterday. Well, that's a little bit of an exaggeration, but you know what I mean. We don't quite know what we're doing on the Twitch or on the Kick. So bear with us, have patience with us, or make fun of us for clearly looking and emulating what it means to be a noob on these platforms. Either way, I'm fine with it. But just happy to be part of these communities now as well. So a lot to get into today. Should have two guests joining us here in a little bit. First of all, Angel Reese. We're going to discuss her a little more in detail. Um, NFL rookies. Some are saying that there's a certain surprise quarterback who, in my opinion, was way overdrafted, has way too much hype surrounding him. Some are saying he's going to be the second best quarterback in this rookie class, a rookie class that is the highest, or at least in totality, in terms of perception, is rated the best or one of the best quarterback classes over the past couple years. And then finally, Rick Carlisle. A lot of critics out there, a lot of people who are I said critics already, but we'll just say critical of the job that he's currently doing. And it's probably fair, some aspects I don't think are fair at all, but we're going to dive into that a little bit later and kind of what can the Indiana Pacers do? What should the Indiana Pacers do? Is there any room for hope, or is this the kind of performance where you say Rick Carlisle coached himself out of a job? But first, Angel Reese. So last night, I'm watching the WNBA. And to be frank, this is something that I think we're going to have to continue to follow, be more engaged with. And I'm loving the WNBA. I've said this multiple times. I'm someone who was like on the periphery, kind of following how the WNBA did. I'm a San Antonio Spurs fan, so I've always been a Becky Hammon supporter first and foremost. But never have I been plugged in. Never have I paid attention to every regular season game on a regular basis. But because of everything that's kind of happening, now I am. And welcome to Mr. Josh Valdez, all the way from Cali. How are you this afternoon? What are you?
My
It's morning for
brother,
you, but hey.
I'm so glad to be here with you on your show for the first time. I'm very excited. I want to see how this goes. Well, I want to see how you do things. Is what I meant to say. And you even got the new look. You even got the new look. It's amazing. Like you're just a
Yeah,
whole.
it
Talk
was
about it.
time, Josh.
Nah, I really respect you for getting out of your comfort zone in many ways. So, um,
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
what you've been up to on the show so far? Tell me, Angel Reese.
Yeah, we're hey Iraq's here too. The gang's all back.
Hey,
Welcome, Iraq.
hey, live from my girls' pool area in honor of Memorial.
Hell
Day.
yeah.
Yeah. What's good, baby? What's good, babies?
What's good, Iraq? Damn, everyone just vibing, man. I love to see it.
Say what?
I said everyone just
He said
vibing. I
everyone's-
love to see it. Nas,
Yeah, man.
ooh.
Nas, baby. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Someone knows their
Hell
hip hop.
Oh, I know. I'm a hip hop head, baby. Always. What's good? So we're talking about a certain Angel Reese's pieces.
Yeah,
I
and I'll
guess
just
so.
read the quote, let you two riff off of it. So they played yesterday. And first of all, I've been saying, like, I've been loving the regular season so far. I love the basketball, I love the storylines, but Chicago Sky, they fall to the Connecticut Sun singular, not plural. They fall to the Connecticut Sun 86-82 last night. And Angel Reese, you know how a lot of players, Doncic, LeBron, we could go on. They complain and almost want the league to do something on their behalf when they get a hard foul. Not Angel Reese. Here's what she said. They don't give a damn if I'm a rookie. They're supposed to not be nice to me. Thank you to AT for sending a message to me because I got back up and I kept going. So, Josh, when you kind of hear that quote straight from Angel Reese, just how would you evaluate how she's been so far, how she's conducted herself, and how she's been so far this year in the NBA? We're only like 6-7 games in so far, but still.
I mean, I don't really have an issue. There was this one thing she said where she was like, she made some comment about the charter flights, and that sounded unnecessary. Do you remember that? It was like they
I
got a
know.
win.
Yes.
You do?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Go on.
Yeah, and like she was like they got a win, and she was like, and that's on like not having to get on a charter flight because of one player or something, something like that. I was like, all right, that sounds unnecessary, like, but other than that, I don't have an issue with how she's been or anything. I think I also saw her say something about like I don't play for the money, I play for the love of the game. Like she sounds very like ready for the occasion. I think she has the mentality. She kind of has like the she kind of has a mentality that's like past the normal rookie mentality. She seems very like mentally ready to be on the big stage. So yeah, I don't know. Plus she's doing well. She's averaging 12.3 points, 7.8 boards. So she's cooking. I think other than that one thing about the flight, I think I got no issue with it.
Oh, we'll touch on the flight thing in a moment. I'm actually really glad you brought that up. But go ahead, E-Rock.
I've never had like much of an issue with Angel Reese. I think she's kind of gotten a raw deal in many ways. I mean, granted, I didn't like her talking smack to my girl Cece, but at the same time, that's ball life for you. So you're gonna do what you're gonna do. I don't think she really, and I believe her when she said she went through a bunch of ish. She lives in the deep south. Well, lived in the deep south, going to LSU, Baton Rouge. But people are not going to take kindly to her stilo down there. And now she's in the NBA. I feel like she can be a lot more of herself, especially being in Chicago. It's a lot more free, like, I'm not saying liberal, like, politics or anything, but it's a lot more liberal. It's a lot more like free. They're more allowing of free spirits. And now she doesn't have to worry about, I don't know, just half the grief when it comes to it. Plus, she is a national champion for a reason, and even for her height, she's only 6'2". She's like a hell of a rebounder, and I actually got nothing but respect for her. Excuse me, it's cleaning off my screen. Yeah, so it's I mean, no, I have no issue with her comments about it, like, and she owns up to it. She takes accountability. I love this class. I love next year's class. Like I said, I've said it before, and I'll say it. I'll beat it to the ground. Metaphorically, I will beat this point to the ground. I know that sounded really bad. I'll beat this point to the ground. I love the way that this is like not just indicative of women's basketball, it's indicative of women's sports. This is like a macro version of what the women's national soccer team, U.S. women's national soccer team, national team, like that was a big movement. Still is, but this is like, that is a microcosm compared to the macro view that this is bringing. And I'm all for it. And Angel Reese is a huge part of that as well. CC is the leader. She's right there behind her, along with Juju in the future and Becker as well.
Yeah, of course. We can go ahead and talk about what Josh brought up. I actually don't think she was attacking Caitlin Clark there. I think, and this was a little more of a different kind of angle to this. When she said that, and you actually had the quote pretty well. This is also from the top of my head. She's like, and that's us getting charters despite not just having one player, right? Like that was the gist, like what you said, of what she said. And so I think it was more she was upset about the reporters that spent a disproportionate amount of time on CC. But at the same time, I'm now saying CC because of you, E-Rock. Thanks.
Well, that's who she is. She's CC.
But at the same time, you can't be too upset because Caitlin Clark does deserve this attention. But I think she's more saying, hey, pay attention to everyone else, not just the rookie class, but also the veterans too. Yeah. That's where I think Angel Reese was coming with that quote, Josh. Do you think I'm onto something here, Josh, or do you still? What do you think?
So she said, and that's on getting a win in a packed arena, not just because of one player on our charter flight. #Skytown. And then she deleted the tweet. So I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's a little ambiguous, because it's like even if you are mad about that, it's like media coverage. Like maybe you should specify that, just because like when you leave it in the air like that, it comes off like, oh, you're trying to, the thing is, it's like it's not even like they beat the Fever; they had beat the Liberty that day. That's Sabrina's team. So I don't even like. It just was weird. Like, what does this have to do with? It's like, are you thinking about Caitlyn that much? It's like she wasn't even in the game. Like, that's why it just was kind of weird. I don't know.
No, that's fair. I will say New York Liberty need a little bit of a bounce back to their season already. Were you finishing up with that thought, Josh, or did you want New York to go?
Yeah, no, I mean, I just saw another Instagram story she had a while ago. She's like, just praying that this is one of the last commercial flights that Chicago Sky has to fly. So like, I mean, okay, that's fine. Like, she's pissed about flying commercial. But like,
sorry, I couldn't help. I know the point. I mean, I it's unfair, but like, oh, I get to fly commercial.
Yeah, but it's like, like, I don't know, man. Like, you guys are just, I know the WNBA's gotten the shorter end of the stick, but you guys are just now finally getting to the top, So like, just let it go, Like it's happening, Just I don't know, like why? What's the point of getting mad that Caitlin's teams had all charters, but like, it's gonna happen for everybody, Just let it happen. Just let the process play out. That's what I gotta say.
Yeah, I mean, especially at this point, we all saw that it was in motion at that point. So I largely agree with what you're saying. Go ahead, Ira.
What I was cheesing so hard about a second ago is because when he was saying like they're just now, getting it's like, oh, they're talking about one. I didn't know about her deleting the post. I'll get to that in a second. But before I say that, it's like, and who is that because of? That they're actually getting a change? And like I said, it's not like, oh, it's been in motion for a while. Yes, but they've been kicking the can down the road. It's the same thing with the NCAA with their things. And like, it took them finally getting like a legislation and stuff. That wasn't just one player, but eventually but it's about kicking the can, just dilly-dallying around, like filibustering is what it is. They're filibustering it, and they're just like letting it go. Yeah, we're going to take care of it. So who was the catalyst that made that happen? Oh, yeah, Cece. That's right. Give respect where respect is due. I mean, in fact, she deleted it. Yeah, never mind. That was definitely a passive-aggressive attack at Cece. And don't be mad. Don't be mad, girl. I mean, come on now. Her success is her success is everyone's success when it comes to women's sports, not basketball, not just basketball, sports. # sports.
Think about it. What has CC done other than just be good? Like,
and she's humble too. It's not like she's. I mean, she talks smack a little bit on the court. It's not like she does. She didn't go up in people's faces. She didn't go up and be like this to her. That's what she did.
Yeah.
That's what. I mean, Angel Reese needs a. I mean, she needs to take a chill pill, and she's like, it's like. I get it. I do. There are people that paved the way for people like her and Cece and Juju and Becker and Aaliyah Boston, et cetera, and goes on. Sabrina, etc. I mean, it's like Tyrese is an absolute pioneer. Sue Bird's a pioneer because she's a personality. Oops, sorry. There's not even a beach near here, and somehow sand's getting around here. It's that summer for you. So, yeah, I mean, just game appreciates game. That's all I'm saying. I mean, she needs and the fact she deleted the tweet, that's obviously was a passive aggressive attack on her. It's like, dude, and she's on a better team. She's on the Chicago Sky. I mean, that's a better team than Indiana. Indiana's a trash team. They were their first 2 years in a row for a reason in the draft. So, and they just had a really big win too. A really big win. So, hey, game, respect, game. That's all I'm going to say. I mean, I've said a lot. That's all I'm going to wrap up.
Yeah, I don't think that's a shut and close case, though, right? It's very possible that there was a lot of hellstorm, and then that the PR / the team or even the coach just went up to Angel Reese and said, "Hey, we know you can post whatever you want. You're well within your right to post whatever you want, but could you please do us a solid and just delete it?" I'm sure if that's the conversation that happened, then she would have said okay. And like she is not afraid to speak her mind. And if she was being passive aggressive, I don't think that's why she would have deleted it. I just think it was more of a PR, like, hey, can you do us a solid, please? And again, we're all speculating at this point, so I
That's
don't
true.
know.
That's
But
true.
I'm just saying, knowing what I've seen from Angel Reese, I think she would have kept it up if it was specifically a dig at Caitlin Clark. That's my read on it, at least.
It's possible. You're right. Like you said, we're all speculating. We don't know. We're not in her head. We don't know what's up.
No, do you know who is in her head?
CC.
Cameron Brigg. No, I'm kidding. Right. All right. Let's go 1, 2, 3. If you want to add 4, I guess go 4. Right now, just forget everything else. Forget about everything else except on the court. Rank the rookies. Who wants to go first, Josh or Erock?
Erock, go first.
Wait, what's the prompt? I'm sorry, I don't get it.
Just rank the rookies in terms of how they've been on the court.
Ooh, that's a really
actual just basketball.
So wait. So the rookies in question are Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Cameron Brink.
The whole rookie class is up for grabs, my guy.
Okay, everyone. Okay.
Who's the third one?
I haven't seen everyone play yet.
Yeah, I haven't either. But who did you say who's the third one? That you said, Josh?
Oh, Cameron Brink.
Yeah. She's actually Kate. Just basketball.
Yeah. So who would be most deserving of Rookie of the Year in order 1, 2, 3?
I would say Cece, and I'm not being biased. I swear I'm not. The only reason I say Cece is not because her numbers are gaudy, because she's playing with no help, essentially. So it depends on what situation she came into.
Well, I mean, she has Aaliyah, but
she has Aaliyah, but Leah's underperforming right now. I've been watching. Well, it's hard not to be able to watch them since they put all the Indiana games on TV. So. No, I mean, Cece, she's just Aaliyah Boston's not playing well. She's the leading scorer and assist leader on her team. I'd have to say Cece, then I'd have to say Brink, and then I have to say Angel Reese would be a very close third or second.
Interesting.
That's what I would say, but it's like, again, they're in better situations. Only reason I have to take that in consideration is the situation. And I'd have to give it to Cece right now.
Okay. Josh?
I more or less agree with Erock. I think CC is like kind of playing in a bad situation, and she also has been overcoming like ankle injuries already and stuff, and she's still keeping them in a lot of these games. So I definitely think CC has been the best. When it comes to Cameron Brink and Angel Reese, it's a little bit tougher. I think. I would say Angel Reese has probably been a little bit better than Cameron from what I've seen. She's scoring more and getting more boards, I think.
That's fair.
So I think Angel Reese has been better.
That's fair.
And I don't know what Cardozo's been up to. Let me see.
Well, she's hurt.
Oh, she's hurt.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
So, yeah, she's kind of like not applicable.
Okay.
Yeah, and I want something, Josh. I want you to piggyback off this if I can. It's also, speaking of unfair with women's basketball, in this case, basketball specifically, the turnaround.
I'm going to tell you right now, this has to be quick, Erock. Go ahead.
I know it is. The turnaround is really fast from finishing the regular season of college basketball or the postseason of college basketball to the draft to WNBA season. That is another thing to consider as well.
It is fast, yeah. So I will put Cameron third. I see that Nika Mole doesn't look like she's played much either, right?
So, well, no, she had visa issues, so she missed the first 4 games. So she only played like 20 minutes the other night.
That's crazy. Okay,
but she should be get back into it soon.
Got you.
I've been plugged in, my guy.
Yeah, no, you've been seriously on your. I really respect that. And who was that because?
Oh, no, 100% not because of Caitlin Clark solely. I was a huge Jess Shelley fan. huge Jazz Shelley fan. She got cut. She's gonna be playing in Australia now. But my rankings is one. I have to go Angel Reese. Now I'm not going with the team. I'm going with how have they been individually. That's how I'm doing my ranking. So for me, most impact Angel Reese, number 2 Caitlin Clark, and number 3 Cameron Brink. That is my current. If I had a vote, if I had a ballot, that would be my 1, 2, 3. Gentlemen, that's all for this topic. Moving on. This was something I saw that it bugs me. I know, shocker. I'm bugged
I
about
know where
something.
this is going. I
But
know where this is going.
how do you know?
Because I know you. Because I know you. Because I know you. And I saw the news today. So let's see it. Or I saw Twitter.
No. This isn't from no. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Twitter. Yeah. Anyway, so we have we're projecting, of course, and we're trying to guess who's going to be the best quarterback of this rookie class. Speaking of rookies, and I don't know how people came up with this one. I'm trying to find the actual tweet that I wanted,
Yeah, I
but
saw.
I can tell you from the top of my head what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Buddy here, as I'm pulling up the tweet, had Caleb Williams 1 in terms of most yards that we're going to see. JJ McCarthy 2. JJ McCarthy 2.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. As I struggle to find the tweet here because I'm how upset I am. I can't. How? How is it JJ McCarthy 2? I don't get this. I don't understand. Someone please explain this for me. Either one of you.
I'll start if it's okay with you, Josh. I'll start.
Yeah.
Because everyone knows how much of a JJ McCarthy fan I am. And it came. And I already said this to him. It came out that it was like rumors. It was speculation by reports like Bleacher Report, etc., that JJ McCarthy was having a real hard time in OTAs. And like Gabe and me said on that show, you take OTAs with a grain of salt, but at the same time, if you're OTAs where you're just literally playing pass and catch, pitch and catch. I mean, it's like, and you're not wearing even pads, and you're having issues with the playbook. That's not exactly the best sign. I mean, hell. But I'll say this about the reason they have JJ McCarthy at 2 is because of the situation he's in. A pretty good offensive line, an offensive-minded coach, a good running back. I think, what is it, Aaron Jones? And their running back, the Bears. I don't remember. I think it's the Bears, actually. Never mind. Bears got Aaron Jones. But they got a good running back. They got Addison. They got Jefferson, the best receiver in the league. That's where they're coming, and that's where they're coming from. So, I mean, but is he the best? No. He'll have probably the least interceptions because they're going to run the ball a lot, and he has a guy who can literally rip the ball out of defenders' hands. But he's not going to have a lot of touchdowns either. I guarantee that. No, number 1, Caleb Williams, I have a feeling, is going to have the most yards, but he's going to have the most turnovers as well. I have that feeling because he's going to have a lot more. They're going to put a lot more volume on him. He's going to be there's going to be pass heavy in that offense. I think he's going to have a lot of touchdowns, a lot of turnovers in general, like all of the above, like fumble. He also had an issue. He had an issue holding on to the ball this past year, and I think he's going to try and make too much happen. I think the quarterback who's going to have the best year overall is Drake May. Yeah, fine. I know I'm biased. Whatever. I don't care. Drake May's going to have the best year. I think he's going to make Mac Jones look like an absolute schoolgirl. So, no offense to schoolgirls, but still, he's gonna make him look like junior college out there. That dude is. People are sleeping on Drake May, man. I'm telling you, I watched him play for years. Well, 2 years technically. That dude is a beast, man. That dude is like a better version of Josh Allen to me in terms of potential because he's actually better in the pocket, and he's still fast and he's still strong. Comes from a football and basketball family. No, Drake May is going to be number 1 this year. Number 2 will be Caleb Williams. Number 3 will be, it's not JJ McCarthy. The hell with that. No. I'll have to say, man, Michael Penix, if he actually starts, would actually be really good. But I don't see that happening as much as they're paying Kirk Cousins. So we'll see what happens. So. But yeah, JJ McCarthy only by default will be right there. So
And here you see, I kind of found the tweet, Rock. If you want to take any
Oh,
last
sorry. I
last,
forgot about Jaden McDaniels. I'm gonna amend my statement.
Jaden McDaniels.
yeah, go ahead.
Drake May's number one. I knew I was forgetting someone. Thank you. Drake May's still gonna be number one. Jaden McDaniels will be number two. Because I think
Oh
he's
my
gonna
God,
have
Rock.
what? And then number three.
Jaden Daniels.
Did I say McDaniels again?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's NBA season. I'm sorry, Jaden Daniels. It's NBA season. Give me a break.
I'm just helping you out. Just
No,
helping
you
you
did. You did. It's okay.
They got KD, but we got Jaden McDaniels.
You know what? There's a Josh or there's a Matt Ryan in there somewhere playing college football. I mean, or basketball, and there's Matt Ryan's and everything. Okay, no, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna go with Jaden Daniels at 2. Drake May still 1. Caleb Williams, because he's gonna have so many turnovers, it's gonna be 3. I forgot about Bo Nix. I don't know. That you can flip back and forth on JJ and Bo Nix. I don't know.
Yeah, that would be fair.
Yeah, but Drake May's number 1. He's gonna be the best quarterback this year in rookie class, which I know you love.
And then
Music to your ears.
I mean, I always prefer the rookie to sit a year, even though he should start. So I'll be honestly fine with either, personally. I'm just kind of waiting. When he plays, I think he will be better than at least 3 of these other guys. But anyway, so they have Caleb Williams capped at 3,500 projected yards. And then JJ also just 5 yards less than that. And I think this is crazy. So just to compare, last year, so they would have outdone Minshew, Herbert, Wilson, Young, Fields, Dobbs, and Cousins, and Burrow. Now, granted, those were all different situations, but to give a frame of reference, Geno Smith and Lamar Jackson only had had a little less than 3,700 yards. So they're saying that these guys, maybe Caleb Williams, because he is going to get the start, and it will be a pass first offense. But to say JJ McCarthy is going to be at the passing level year 1 of Lamar Jackson or Geno Smith, right? That's just insanity, right?
I mean,
And no worries, D-Rock.
I mean, no. I mean, how many passes did he even have last year? He had a whole half where he never passed the ball one time. I mean, it's not his fault, but
Yes.
I mean, come on. Lord have mercy, child. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. I will be right back.
No worries, man. But Josh, do you see where I'm coming with this? Like, I don't even mind the order necessarily. Like, that's up for debate. But to say that JJ McCarthy is going to get 3,500 yards to be a touch under Lamar Jackson passing wise, I think is complete lunacy.
I'm just so I just hate, like, I don't want to be a hater, but like it's just like, why is JJ McCarthy even in this conversation? Like, it's just the fact that he got drafted in the top 10 to me. It was top 10, right? It was what number pick was he? It was early.
We'll have to get the producers on that, but yeah, either way, it was too soon.
Like,
I thought it was top 12, but go on.
I just and
oh, you're right, Josh.
It was 10 or 8.
Numero 10.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, this guy has done nothing to be that highly picked. Like, I understand he won the championship, but guys, like, they had one of the best rushing offenses ever. I know he made it like a few plays, but really, number 10 in the draft. I mean, oh my god, this guy's not better than Bo Nix. Miss me with that, bro. Like, what did he do to be better than Bo Nix? I don't know. I can't believe it. By the way, Aaron Jones is on Minnesota. E-Rock was right there. I checked. So yeah, I'm sure they'll hand him the ball a lot, because he's a good running back. So no, he's not even get freaking 3,500 yards.
He'll be right at home.
Exactly. Like, that's what he does, is hand the ball off. He's really good at that. Like, I just don't understand why. Like, it's one of the most dumbfounding prospects to me that I've seen in quite some time. I just don't see him being able to be like a gunslinger at the NFL level. Because he wasn't even doing it in college. Why would he do it in the pros? Like, the rule of thumb is that the player has to be good in college first. You know? Like, this dude was basically like a glorified, like, Alex Smith to me.
Ouch. Whoa, ouch. That's
Like,
disrespectful. That's disrespectful to Alex Smith.
Cook, Josh, cook.
No, like, okay, Alex Smith was good, but he wasn't like a freaking upper echelon quarterback, you know?
Oh.
He wasn't upper echelon, Iraq.
All right, he was the check down king. That's what I used to call him.
Alex
He was
Smith
the
was
check
not
down
a
king.
freaking upper echelon quarterback, bro.
But he was also but he also played in a very good West Coast offense, and he was very.
Oh my god, I'm not saying he's bad, Iraq.
I know, but don't put him in the same sentence as freaking McCarthy.
No.
I'm sorry. Like,
No, I'm not saying that he's
just
accomplished
out there. No to
Okay.
JJ McCarthy.
No, I'm saying play style, Iraq. Not like obviously not that he's as good yet. He hasn't been in the game yet. Okay.
I know that. I'm just saying,
My God, Iraq. They're freaking game managers like that. They don't like turn it loose. You know, they're like safe. That's what they do.
all right,
Okay?
fair. All right, okay.
But Alex Smith was like the cream of that crop. You know, so that to me is JJ's ceiling is Alex Smith.
That's the ceiling.
Yes, that's the ceiling. So the
Ceiling
fact that he
is
got
low.
picked number 10, that's not enough for me to pick you number 10. You know, like what the hell? Like, see, when it comes to someone like Josh Allen, he had his issues coming out of Wyoming, but you knew he could sling it. You knew that dude could really pass, like to the width of like 2 fields. You know,
Yeah.
like you just had to like you just had to mold the clay. You know, JJ, there's nothing to mold. He hands the ball off, and that's what he does. Like, I just can't believe it. It just makes me so mad. Like, I don't know.
Like Carson Wentz. It's like Carson Wentz. You got to mold it, you know?
Yeah, Carson Wentz was
It's
actually
a piece
good.
of lumber. It's a 2x4 that we're trying to mold.
Yeah, I know. It's like,
It's
dude,
a,
what are we
it's a
working
rock.
with here?
It's a literal rock. You're
This
like,
dude
yeah.
literally made like a few throws in the CFP, and then everyone like, what happened? Like, no one took him seriously until 2 months before the draft. It was so weird. I never heard him in any of these conversations that he was like a top prospect until like right before the draft. It's some kind of conspiracy, man.
It's amazing what a good offensive line, a good running game, and a really good receiver do for you.
By the way, Iraq. So I was saying earlier, Aaron Jones
in a great defense.
Yeah, so Iraq, I was saying earlier. So I checked. Aaron Jones is on Minnesota. So guess what?
Okay.
I bet you he's going to be heavily involved in this offense this year. Aaron Jones.
If they're smart, yeah, probably. It should be.
They don't have a choice. They don't have a choice.
Well, no, they do. They do have a choice. They got Sam Darnold. The reports I read were true. And
Yeah,
he's,
Sam Darnold can hand it off.
dude is like, if reports of what I read were right, and he's struggling like that, and then JJ ain't starting the season. That'd be.
Wait.
You know what the QB competition's about? The QB competition is about who has the best handoff. Who has the best handoff in training camp?
You said
gonna win.
Oh, Darnold's been training for this his whole damn career, dude. He was on the Jets and the Panthers. He's been training for this. He's gonna hand this ball off, baby. Come on now.
Wait, Iraq, you said
good form, son.
What's up?
You said Sam's doing better than JJ right now in camp?
Yeah, I said that earlier.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I read a report on Bleacher Report on Twitter that JJ McCarthy is apparently struggling mightily.
Guys! Wow.
You know, me and Gabe talked about. No, me and Gabe talked about, and Gabe made a good point. Like, I don't like to read into OTAs. I'm like, yeah, but when you're just playing, when you're playing pitching edge and you're struggling, I don't know if I like that.
He can't even throw. Like, oh my god.
Nah, man. He was throwing the ball in the dirt, man, already.
Apparently he had issue with the play. He has issues with the playbook and the cadence.
Yeah, just literally everything.
How many issues can you have when you're playing in like short? What the hell is wrong with you?
You're asking the wrong guy. I'm
Bro.
3,500 yards, Josh. 3,500 yards.
Bro, he's gonna get like 1,500. I'm dead ass.
He's gonna have like 10 touchdowns because he's not gonna pass the ball at all, dude.
All rushing.
Can you imagine this guy freaking playing NFL defenses week 1? Can you imagine the freaking how much he'll be massacred, bro? The minute he tries to throw the ball down the field.
Especially the fact he's in the NFC North, which is like arguably one of the top 2 best divisions in football.
I cannot believe they drafted him that high. I'm sorry.
Dude, I mean, well, I can I can believe it. Minnesota is notorious for that. I mean, they got lucky with Justin Jefferson because he's a freak of nature. They got in a good position to get like the best receiver in football.
That's a player that was good in college, by the way.
Yeah, him, Joe Burrow, and Jamar Chase. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, Josh.
I wish I was in that offense. Dear God, that is a
Gentlemen, we have to move on for now. This afternoon show is called Provide the Spark, and that's what Joshua did today. Well done. Keep it up. Keep it up. Now, finally, we're on to our featured presentation, the trial of Rick Carlisle. Now, this is I have a new amended statement from yesterday, E-Rock. Rick Carlisle is a good coach, but he's someone who can't be that takes your team from a B level to an A level. You have to already have that infrastructure set, and then he can make the tweaks to give you that championship potential. But he's not someone that can elevate you if you're not quite there yet. He can't bring you to that level. So he needs players who are going to do the right thing at the end of games, and I think we're seeing that in this playoff series especially. Go ahead, E-Rock. I know you have a lot to say on this, but this is officially the trial of Rick Carlisle, according to the session.
Oh, the trial. Oh, if it's a trial, if I'm there, I am a judge, jury, and if necessary, we'll call it enforcer. I don't want to be too aggressive. We'll call it enforcer here. I'm in charge of sentencing. Okay. I was impressed with the first half, and we're going to get into this on several. We have several podcasts today, which I love. I'm very happy about this on this beautiful Sunday holiday weekend. You know, who's not having a beautiful Sunday holiday weekend right now is Rick and Carlisle, because he is absolutely just like, what is he doing? Okay, like that play he drew up to finish the game, even though it almost went in. And the fact that he didn't call timeouts when he needed to. He could have called a timeout on that. Again, he had a failed mishap where he could have called a timeout on an inbound. He let Nembhard go down the court with the timeout without drawing a play up, and just Nembhard goes and loses the ball. He should have called a timeout. I said it then. It's not like I'm saying hindsight's 20/20. No, I was saying it in the moment, like, call it freaking effing timeout, dude. What are you doing? He's running around like he is like Nembhard's going down the court like frantically, and that gave them enough time to get a dang steal from. And granted, Drew Holiday probably did foul him, but it's not. You can't rely on that. I'm gonna put that at the side. He was out of control.
Yeah.
Nembhard was out of control.
Yeah.
Bad. Poor coaching. This is the worst coaching job he's done in a long time. As good as he did during the regular season, and also I'll give him credit for this. He's a defensive-minded coach, and he has adapted. Unlike a lot of coaches, he actually has adapted to the league, to his team, to the league, and they become a run and gun team. But dear God, man, if you're gonna be adaptable, then adapt, because you're not doing it in this series. Letting your team down, you had that game won. You were in control, the same way you were in control in the first game. Well, you were even more in control in this game. You were at home. The series put a bow on it, and I blame Rick Carlisle here. Carl Easel. I'm blaming him for not all of it, but I'm giving him 70% of the blame for this series being where it is. That's where I'm at.
Dang.
So judge, jury.
What was the number? Sorry.
70%. I'm saying 70% is on him, and I'm saying, you know what the sentencing is?
What?
You're on the hot seat. You're on the hot seat. I'm not saying you're fired, but you're on the hot seat, son. I hope you're sitting on a metal skillet under your seat, bro. It's a bed warmer, if you will. So now he has let them down. That's where I'm at.
Go ahead, Joshua.
Yeah, I'm not as harsh on Mr. Carlisle as E-Rock here. I don't think the Pacers, like I said to you guys a few days ago, I wasn't taking the Pacers seriously in this series anyway, from the beginning. So I don't think, honestly, they could have had God coaching the team, and I still don't think they would have won the series. Because I never took the Pacers seriously as like a big threat in the East. I think they're lucky to be here in the first place. The only reason they're this far is because of injuries to other teams. I'll die on that hill.
So are the Celtics.
E-Rock, I'm not saying.
I know. Sorry, I couldn't help it. I didn't mean to say that out loud. I'm sorry. I was thinking it in my head. Sorry.
No. Yeah, the Pacers would have lost to the Bucks round 1 if the Bucks had their full go team. So I just don't think Rick Carlisle's efforts, like, yeah, you know, he's definitely messed up with like timeouts and stuff like that in this series. But I just don't think it's that relevant in the sense that like this was going to happen anyway. Even if he was an amazing coach, I think the coach can only do so much when the other team is just better, you know. So yes, coaches can help with certain things, like they can help with certain plays, and also just be like a big like presence in the locker room. Especially someone like that's been around as long as Carlisle, he commands some respect. But at the end of the day, the talent of the team is way more important. So I'll give him like half the blame just because he has made bad decisions at the ends of games 1 and 3. Like with timeouts and stuff. I think at the end of game 1, he also didn't take enough because Haliburton was like turning the ball over like a crazy person, and he wasn't really doing anything about it. And then game 3, like you said, like the whole Nemhard thing. So I feel like he kind of just lets his players like loose at the end of the game, and then they like do something bad, and then he doesn't.
Yes.
So that's where he needs to get better. But it's like. Even with that, I still just don't care because it's like the Pacers were never a real threat to me. So, you know what I mean?
He doesn't care.
Like, I actually think Mazzulla on the Celtics worries me a lot more because I never thought he was a good coach, and I feel like he because that team is like never closes out well, and that's a reflection on him. Because that team should be like handling these kind of teams a lot better, and they don't. So that is where the coach comes in. It's like when the team is good, but they're like underperforming. You know?
Yeah.
I
So
agree.
I like that.
Fair.
Josh hitting us with the switcheroo there.
That's a fair statement.
I like that. Yeah, I like that.
yes, sir.
Like
Gentlemen, that's all the time we have for this show. E-Rock, when's your next show on? You have about 5 shows now.
We're gonna have today's a busy day, man. No rest for the weary. You know what I'm saying? I will be seeing this handsome man up in the corner. Well, I guess 2 corners. The guy in the red hat. I'd love to see Josh, but I think Josh has got plans, which is all good. We are always blessed with his presence whenever he is here. Same with Joe. Same with all of them. Our next show is very soon. It's at 3:00, and it's already made up. And we're going to cover very similar topics, but actually a little bit harsher. We're going to be a little harsher on Mr. Carlisle. And we're going to be a little more harsh on the Mr. Mazzulla as well. So there's going to be a lot of judgment that is passed down. I wish I had a gavel. I'll make a gavel of some sort, because we're going to come down hard on everyone right now. And how will this Wolves team react with their backs literally against the wall, and they're in where everything is big in Texas? So we'll find out. Tune in very soon. Scoutcast Media presents Paint to Paint. And later, there's another surprise, and I will tell you more about it. But you have to tune in to see it or to hear about it. Thank you so much, both of y'all, for having me on.
See you later, E-Rock. Thank you.
Thank you, E-Rock.
Look at him working while on vacay. Also, spoiler to his rhetorical question: how will the Timberwolves do? Not well at all. Josh, you've been awesome. You've pulled a couple of really good ones out of your hat today. I liked your NFL take, and then the switcheroo there at the end. Well done, Joshua. Anything else you want to plug before you get out here, my guy?
Man, find me on Twitter at JoshValdez100. Find me on clutchpoints.com. I'm constantly writing articles on there. I'm about to be more on totalapex.com as well. And you know the vibes, man. Shout out to Rick Carlisle having a very quality NBA resume over the years. And shout out to JJ McCarthy not being as good as Alex Smith yet. So yeah, appreciate you, Gabe. We'll definitely hop on again soon. Have a good Sunday, brother.
Oh yeah, man. We're gonna have to track. We're gonna be keeping track. The pace to 3,500. That's gonna be a thing.
I mean, he'll do it over the course of 3 seasons. Then he'll get there, and then we can finally put it to rest.
We're gonna throw a party that day. All right, see you, man.